God. So far behind. What was the last set that I bought? Oh, man. I bet I bought Kaladesh. I think this is the last one I bought. God, that's old. Alright. Da. Okay. New deck. Jump in. Best of one. No. Standard. This deck is okay. I gotta adjust my fucking, what do you call it? I have to fucking adjust my mana. Oh, what up, Brian? Why do you always assume I'm drinking? Unless you heard it. I don't know. I never know my mic levels. But Voodoo Ranger is generally what I'm always drinking if I do drink. It's like 10%. Okay. And it's pretty based. Heard the soda can. Wow. I don't know. Man, I don't know. This microphone I bought kind of sucks. I wish I had an open source option, but they don't really exist. But it's definitely not soda. It's beer. The adult version. Lifelink baby. I forgot what I paid for this. I think it was like Nerd. Oh, for real? What was it? I'm actually genuinely... I wish there was more. I know it seems kind of trivial. Damn. Fuck this person. I know it's trivial sounding and kind of insane, but I genuinely like when... I like when there's open source options because you can fine tune a lot of stuff. Or if, like, the manufacturer decides to disappear and you have the ability and the will. Okay. Interesting. That's exciting. You have the will, you can maybe fix it or repair it. That's why I'm looking at Ploopy's headphones. They're like $250. They're kind of expensive. Oh my god, I know this one. They're kind of expensive, but they're completely open source and repairable. And they even give you the schematics to like, fix it, like to build it yourself. You don't even need them. They're like, here's all the parts, you can go buy it, build it yourself. It's pretty awesome. Pretty based. A microphone soldered straight to a 3-minute. Oh, used it back when Yahoo. Yahoo. I forgot about Yahoo chats. So I didn't really spend too much time there. I spend a lot of time in AIM chat, I think. Well, actually, that's pretty cool, though. Flying in death touch. Straight. I guess like I could do it that way. There is a there's a GitHub how to pretty much 3D print and like make your own microphone. I don't know how exactly good it is. I would like to. Oh, rich kids use AIM. I was definitely not rich. I'll tell you that. I think it was like, I think AIM was like $10, or it was like included in our internet or something. I remember internet being $10. I used NetSpend. That was like, and I had to do a backflip to even get that. It was really my brother. My brother was going to college. Damn. So like it was kind of like, hey, fuck you kind of thing. Did first strike. No reach. Is this guy done? Every point loses life, he gains his life. Hell yeah. 7. I'm gaining life as I go. And he quits. Nice. I believe actually, I didn't even get on the internet until much later, too. I had to use my friend's computer for fucking MySpace and shit like that. I wasn't chronically online as I am now, primarily because I used to go outside and touch grass, but I do remember using AIM briefly. I know a lot of people used, chat rooms, like IRC2 chat rooms. I really did not. I wasn't really a part of that era. I had MySpace. That was about as cool as I was. And MySpace itself was more or less a place that I posted like very cringe photos that I'm glad got deleted, by the way. Like, I'm super excited that I've searched for my MySpace. I can't find it anymore. I don't think it even is around. And then I had Facebook, and then in 2015, for unrelated reasons of my privacy and security journey, I got rid of Facebook. Like, I got rid of Facebook for a whole different set of reasons. God, this is a terrible hand, but I don't want to get rid of this card. Wait, I can mulligan? But I always bitch about not having enough land. Just kidding. Do I keep? Chat, do I keep or leave? Do I keep this, or do I mulligan? Keep or mulligan? Keep or mulligan? If I keep it, if I mulligan, I could lose a ton. You will return 1 card to the bottom of your library. I should keep it. I'm gonna keep it. It's a bad idea, though. I'm gonna keep it. It's actually a terrible idea. The massive amount, like the 0 cards that I have. Nice. Gotta get rid of this. This fucking card's annoying. Keep? Yeah, I capped. I'm impatient. This is why I can't have like huge. If huge chat rooms were like spinning on, I'd be very annoyed. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Maybe it was a bad idea. Maybe I could have. I have nothing. I have nothing. Come on, give me something. Give me something. Yes. Well, I guess. Oh, I can finally play it. 5. You see it, 8. Nice doggo. Oh, that is beefy. Back to 5, baby. If I need to. I'll do it. Oh. Yeah, I gotta kill this. Day of Judgment's coming. Oh, I need one more white. Damn it. Aw, man. Damn, this person. Yeah. Never mind. GDG. Keep. I know nothing about Magic. Getting my laptop. Nice. System 70X. Do you know the open source laptops? Nova. Custom Nova. Custom Nova. Nova Customs. Nova Customs. If you want. I haven't heard the best things about System 76. I would personally like a framework if they, supported, if framework supported. No, it's got flying, damn it. Alright, we lost this one. I can't block. 15, 16, 17. Never mind. GGG. Good game. Nova Customs is really good. And if you're gonna spend the money, they're open source. They're open source. They allow customization. I believe they do that. I've been reading like somewhat. I'm not entirely a security expert or anything, especially when it comes to hardware security. But I've read they do their Dash 0 core boot with heads really well. Like they actually, a UEFI based firmware is essential, and I think this is something that a lot of people forget about that exists. That your hardware firmware and hardware security is very important. Microcharging is best for the battery. Okay. I don't know. I don't care about that part. They're somewhat expensive. Like, but they do have a, what do you call it? They have a 3-year warranty. Even if you fix it yourself. I would still like a framework, but if I'm going to get a laptop, I would prefer framework. But if I'm going to spend my money on it and framework doesn't go down the core boot compatibility layer with core boot, and heads would be even better. This is Cube certified. These are Cube certified, which is, it's not bad. It's not bad pricing. I believe this is like the most important part. Like, I think that for me, this offer is why I would get it. I would strip the Wi-Fi chip and the proprietary Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, because as long as it's got a Ethernet port, I'm okay. I don't use Wi-Fi on my laptop. I never have. I never will. I don't see the purpose. I don't like Wi-Fi. It's inefficient. I just use I have an open source router that I just take everywhere with me. Yeah, that's using Wi-Fi by default, but I just do not care about the Wi-Fi part. Like, But they do have Dash Zero. They have UEFI Secure Boot, but they have, you can strip out the Intel Management System engine. You can get Dash Zero Pro package. Dash Zero is pretty cool. It's an interesting concept, and it works with heads. Yeah, they have like Core Boot plus heads. Something I do want. So if you want Core Boot, they do this the correct way. From what I understand, this is no hate towards 76, and I could be wrong. So take this with a grain of salt. But I was reading that Nova Custom does a pretty good job how they implement Core Boot. And then there's this. There's also Nitro Key, but Framework Core Boot apparently does exist now. Kind of. Sort of. On one version, if you go, like, I've been looking at this thread, honestly, since 2021. Not even joking. I've been going through it. Apparently, there's an experimental unofficial port of the AMD 13 firmware lectin, but I haven't tried myself. Core Boot themselves, I need to actually go through and read this. They do talk about how it is added main boards, and it's on there. I would personally love to run Core Boot. If I do, first you got to ask yourself how much are you about to spend on a System 76. If you're gonna pick it, I would look into Nova Custom. Personally, they're Cubes certified, so if you're looking to run Cubes OS, this is where I would start. Their pricing is, it's not terrible for a good laptop. They have serviceability. Like, they have really good serviceability, from what I understand. If Framework decides to be GigaChags, and I mean, Framework is the same price. They're not much different in price. I don't like this AI shit that they're talking about, though. It's kind of lame. AI, I don't know if that stands for AI. If it is, it's retarded and I hate it. But if you want Core Boot, and you can get the option to do heads with it, like the Dash Zero firmware, I would go with it. I would go with Nova Custom if that's what you care about. If you care about the hardware security, I believe it's something to do with like a trusted platform module. There is something called Trench Boot. These are very esoteric things to worry about. I'm still waiting on your video about Cubes. I did like my initial experience with Cubes. I will do a setup. It's just really hard to do a setup because Cubes in a VM is kind of clunky and really cringe. And there is a way that I can record my Cubes setup on my laptop from an external way. I will work on that. I'll think about doing that route. I would prefer to do that route, or I'll just do a 2005 YouTube moment where I just have a camera pointed at my laptop and just kind of walk through it. I mean, that was my favorite era of YouTube, so I guess people always want these like insanely cinematic things. Like, they're like, I want this insanely cinematic like type of video. I don't care. You're gonna have up to 2K to spend. So this is called Trench Boot. It's a framework that allows individuals to projects to build security engines to perform launch integrity actions for their systems. The framework builds upon boot integrity technologies and establishes one or more root of trust with a degree. This is something really cool to read. If you want to read it, look up Trench Boot. But Nova Custom, you could, if you want to be schizoed, their laptops aren't as like, there is the Nitro Cubes laptop. I think they're just old ThinkPads. That might not matter. They have good tamper detection. So does Nova Custom. I mean, they care about it just as much. Where is it? Nitro chip. Nitro. The only thing I don't like that Nitro does is they take Graphene OS and then sell it. at like a pretty high cost. I guess you could, they're doing the work for you, but I don't know. I'm just, I think it's a Nitro pad. I'm not knocking on them because I have their passkey and I liked it. My favorite distro, Linux Mints. Is that all right? No, if you're a Linux Mint user, you should kill yourself. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Linux Mint's fine. I'm just a Linux Mint hater. What's going on, Fernandez? Based. Thanks for joining. The Nitro pad is pretty cool. I mean, you're about at like the same price. They have a way to do measured boot, which is kind of cool. Like they have tamper evidence packaging, shipment. They have a Nitro key. God, they do something where they also have Dash Aero core boot. The firmware BIOS consists of core boot distribution of Dash Aero, which is published and is open source. It enables the independent security verification of the firmware and prevents undetected backdoors. It's kind of like a way to prevent an anti-evil mate attack. Oh, no magic duels. No, I'm doing magic. I'm just, we're just doing based. We're doing based Linux talk, but I'm doing the. Ryan, don't kill yourself. Nitro key, but this heads uses measured boot to enable tamper detection of the trusted platform module that installs the firmware in the operating system that requires a Nitro key USB that serves as a trusted anchor. The Tino core is a slim, fast, as usual, easy use UFI. It can be used still with all PC operating systems. This is like a decent. The problem is I feel like some of their hardware is somewhat. They're like, it's kind of expensive. Hold on. So the stuff is like kind of expensive, but I don't think that they're any more expensive than like any other niche laptop company. Yes, I see based men in chat. Yeah. So these are, I think these are, they're not like esoteric things to care about. I think that, like, if you care, if you really, really care, it just kind of depends. Linux Talk, watching for Boss Game Mini running or the KDA spin of Universal Blue. Hope you all well. We talk about Linux here. If you don't use Linux, you suck. Unbased. I have to call myself a use man. Yeah, true. Secure Universal Blue, the KDE. I'm testing servers at most 2 a.m. I want to kill myself. Me any day that my server goes down and I don't know why. I think the need for like very specific like secure hardware is interesting, but the problem is people say that like there's no point. What's the the problem is there's a lot of like stuff like everyone thinks like Linux is secure when it's really not. Just because it has a small user base, and then people don't understand firmware. Like, I barely understand firmware, but I understand a lot of people don't even update their firmware. So if, like, the lowest layer in your entire system, like the foundation of your house is insecure, or, like, bad, shitty foundation in a house, of course you're going to have a really bad experience. You're going to have a terrible experience. Like, it's kind of like, I guess Vadium, the Graphene OS devs put it the best. Yes, I can send you a photo in one. Okay, 3. Oh, it's 2, not 3. Yeah. The problem with it's kind of like running Vadium. Vadium is a great browser. It's kind of like they take the Tor approach. If everyone's not using it, then the anti-fingerprinting doesn't work. And if you're putting Vadium on an insecure phone that doesn't have good update models, that doesn't take advantage of good hardware security, then you're kind of putting a rock in you're taking a polished turd and you're putting it inside on a pile of shit. It's still a polished turd. Like their approach makes sense. Like you can build this ultra secure app, but if you put it out in an insecure phone, then it's really irrelevant. I even heard a good take with Signal. Like Signal's great, but the encryption is done through transit. If you don't have to make the NSA and like government agencies and like law enforcement doesn't have to go through like hoops and ladders to break the encryption. They just have to get the phone. But I'm thinking if I do, it's either going to be the NitroPad, Nova Custom, or Framework. It's going to be one of the three. Whenever my laptop literally has to die before I even think about it. But I'm like weighing my options, and maybe by the time my laptop dies, I will go to probably Framework. Will probably have it because I like the modularity of Framework, and I like that they have a really good warranty support, and I like that they also they're modular, like they're repairable. I like the repairability. They're all very repairable too. I'm just like I like Framework's model. It'd be like Framework if they got core boot support and it was like certain. Nova Custom and then Nitro, and I like Nitro too. Like I replaced my YubiKeys for their keys because they're very involved in open source. Okay, base. Yeah, I'll check it out. I kind of said I didn't check out. I think it's called Rico Chat. It's like an open Discord clone. He's a collector. I wonder if he's going to collect my balls. All right. Yeah, definitely do it. I mean, if you got $2,000 to spend, I mean, you can it'll definitely rack up. Nova Custom. Look at the fucking shipping though. Nova Custom and Nitro Key are from fucking Germany. Or like they're in the EU. It cost me more to ship my Nitro Key than the fucking product practically. Damn you, shipping cost. Okay. Well, not if you look at France and, I mean, technically, the UK is not part of the EU, but look at, oh yeah. Look at France right now, man. They're fucking up. They're trying to do like, I think the GDPR is definitely miles ahead of what the U.S. has.
For real. Well, that's just because you live in Canada. I hear, like, just ordering anything to Canada is just, like,
A nightmare.
I'll take note of all your failures.
Damn.
Our plans are beyond your comprehension.
fuck this guy. Oh, I mean, that's kind of nice.
Damn, -3?
You can be made to
That's why people don't really hate CCTV cameras, because I think they have to be scrubbed after a certain line under, like, federal law. But when the U.S.
When the U.S. was like using this actively using this.
When they were actively using this, when the U.S. was actively using Amazon fucking Ring cameras without a warrant, absolutely insane, by the way.
Can I exile him? Is he
Can't even attack. Oh yeah, no, it's.
I'm assuming, like, I would prefer GDPR. Can I attack with 0-2? -2? What happened? Do I still oh, I guess, I mean, I can still
do 1 damage.
yeah, I love Europe. I would most likely move there. Personally.
And a little bit of I like how okay, if the United States adopted Europeans, I do no damage.
If the United States adopted Europeans' idea of how they build their city infrastructure, I'd be okay with that. Our city infrastructure over here is dog shit. Walkability is non-existent. When I was over in Europe, I walked like almost 20,000 steps a day. I think that is a big problem in the United States. We are very isolated. We isolate ourselves in cities. We isolate ourselves in general, which I don't really see that as a problem. We also don't fucking get exercise. Like, we drive. We drive so much for dumb shit. Oh, nice. I don't like this guy.
I know where to find all.
I want his balls to be, and because like nothing is walkable, it makes life very, very fucking difficult for people to get out and touch grass because they required a car. Just go look at any United States city where it's like 20 minutes drive here, 15 minutes drive here. I want to find the city engineers and beat the shit out of them actively. But then again, the United States, we don't have civil engineers that are ran by the state. They're ran by private companies. Something that a lot of Americans don't know. Or if they're not ran by private companies, they'll solve an issue that eventually creates an issue. There's a really good channel that talks about like how like poor city design just pretty much exists in America for a lot of reasons, which kind of sucks. And there's nothing we can really do about it besides like doing. The other day I was driving around my town with a camera for some Americans, and they couldn't believe that it was Portugal. They were thinking Portugal was a jungle. What? Yeah, that's stupid. I know. That's really funny, right? Portugal, I believe, is the best country to go into if you want EU citizenship. Like, if you want to become an EU citizen, you go to Portugal, from what I understand. It's like the easiest entry. If you want to be like, if I were like, I guess the problem with the European Union, there are some democracies that I don't like about it, but which North American country has the weirdest public transit system? That I've used. That's a good question. I've only used it in Chicago and New York when I visited Chicago and New York. Enchanted creatures lose their ability, and it's black skeleton creature with base power. Okay, pass. I lost my ability. Damn it. Actually, the worst American city with the worst public transit is probably there's some guy that does a really good, called Nerd City. I think he actually has a top 10. Our country is getting full of Indians and Brazilians. Yeah, I know that you're probably having a huge immigration problem. I mean, I don't think people are racist I don't think it's people that are racist when they get high influx of other ethnicities in their country and they've never interacted with them. I don't think it's racist to think like that, but countries generally rely heavily on immigration. I mean, it's a complex topic that doesn't really have a good solution. And I'm probably the worst person to ask. 2 damage. Okay, let's do this. -2. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, fuck this guy. So, I grew up in somewhat a very diverse country, like city. And I mean, like, I wasn't like the only white person at my school. So, I interacted with multicultures like my entire life. I really don't view them as different people. I think I think it's like second to third generation. I have a huge immigration population in my city. I don't really have a negative connotation, as long as, I mean, the legal versus illegal immigrations. That's that's a very complex topic that I'm not insanely familiar about. Where I could even give an opinion besides, like, I've interacted with a lot of immigrants in my life. People that are legal, people that are not legal, people that are, like, on green cards, you know.
No,
damn, this guy is raping my sack. I just think that America polarizes it more than it's actually. I think it's most of it's a non-issue. It's very polarized. Oh man, I'm hitting I'm drawing fucking land. Speaking of land, I'm drawing a lot of land right now.
Organic mines
So it's
easily
so my friends in Europe, I wouldn't necessarily say they're racist.
Yeah, bitch. I'll pay the ward. I don't think that they're... I think... Ooh, what do you think about the presidency? What the fuck? I thought that would have worked. That's funny. I don't like Elon Musk, but I have my reason. I have different reasons why I don't like Elon Musk. I don't like technocrats. I don't like people who are complaining about like how Facebook has gotten too political, and people were complaining about how this was back in like 2016, 2015, 2014. I mean, even during the Obama and like the Bush administration, they say that these companies are inside the pockets of like the left, the right, whatever. I don't like either of them. I don't like technocrats. Oh, game is too loud, by the way. Yeah. Audio? Thanks. I never know if my audio is too loud, guys. Let me know. Oh. I don't like technocrats because I think they hurt our democracy. I don't even like monopolies. I think monopolies hurt the American people. And the only reason they wanted to get rid of TikTok or have it bought out by an American company is because they want more control of the media, like the social media. I'm not like big mainstream media is all bad because that's retarded. Like, would you consider Joe Rogan not mainstream media? It's like the guy's not independent. He's owned by Spotify. The retard makes millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, calling any of these people like independent, that'd be like me calling, I'm trying to think of like the biggest, like Sam Cedar from like fucking The Majority Report, independent. Yeah, he's independent, but like, it's not like he's not such a he's mainstream. He's still mainstream media. It's like saying the Daily Wire is like independent, non-mainstream media. It's like if you're getting millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views, you are not mainstream. You're not mainstream media, and yes, you're independent to a certain degree. Independent. I think people need to start doing their. Let me rephrase this. I think people need to do their research that makes the most sense. I think people need to do the research that makes the most sense on stuff that they are somewhat educated on. There are things in life that you are not going to be educated on, and there are things that you literally and figuratively will never understand, no matter how much you try. There are things in life that you will never understand, and you should have zero opinion about. You should listen to the experts, just like how anything works. I would never go into a mechanic shop and obviously just be like right off rip, like this guy's just lying to me. That's just retarded. But it's always good to get a second opinion. I think that this is the problem with society is we're going into a theocracy. I don't like theocracy. We're going into just trust these big social media giants, which I don't like.
You can be made to obey.
We have removed critical thinking from the masses, being like, hey, I should go find sources and not regurgitate shit I just find on the internet. I mean, it is complicated. We also don't RTFM enough. Read the fucking manual. And, you know, I try to be politically neutral as possible because my politics are no one's business and it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, if we have an administration that undermines people's privacy rights and freedoms, and they want to become techno monopolies, I'm not for that. No matter who's in office. So I have a huge problem with. I have a huge problem with the idea that Elon Musk has good interests in general. I don't think he has good interests. He's just like Jeff Bezos. Their only interest is to make as much money as possible and stay in the highest possible power. Just like Mark Zuckerberg. You see how all these companies switch political sides on whoever is in office, and it's absolutely insane. It's actually not insane to me. It's pretty common. I'm actually not shocked anymore. So that's why when I'm generally talking to people about politics, I stay neutral as possible on certain things. But I think people's rights and freedoms should never be stripped or taken away from them. And I don't think that America is necessarily doing that.
I still think we have relatively good amount of freedom. We still have a relatively good amount of rights. But when we start playing culture wars, like, you know, gay retards in the trans bathrooms are eating Tide Pods and tampons. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I don't care about what people do with their bodies. It's not my business. I'm actually pro, like, legalize all drugs, because once you're an adult, a consenting adult, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. It's your body. It's your choice. That's not a really insane take. To me, it isn't. That's just how I view life. You want to make these choices? Doesn't really affect me. Oh my god, if this happens one more time, I'm gonna find the creator of Jace and I'm gonna piss on his floor. And I think that people need to also take accountability to a certain degree. Boxers or briefs? Boxers, because briefs are just creepy looking. They just look weird. I'm gonna get shit for it. I used to make fun of joggers, and now I wear joggers all the time. I take back every negative thing I said about joggers. If anyone ever sees me in real life, in general, and they're like, remember you used to make fun of joggers? I'll apologize to them. I'll be like, you're right. I was wrong. Joggers are great. Sweats are great. If I could go into my work in sweats and a hoodie, I'd be straight. That would be like the only reason I'd ever want to work for myself. To show up straight up booling. I really hate this guy too, by the way. He's like, well, actually it's my fault because I have no cards. And he keeps yeeting them. He keeps yeeting them into the fucking grave. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lifelink? No. I get no defense, so there's no point on that one. What's your opinion on weeb stuff? I'm an anime enjoyer. I love anime. I like it. I like anime. I think anime is good. My problem with anime today is I don't get hooked onto it as easy as like I used to. Also a time thing. I need to have I want a show to just start and finish within like a couple years. You know what I mean? I don't want fucking 17 years of a show. I truly don't. I hate it. I genuinely do not like when shows... Oh my god, no. Will this do it? I don't like this guy anymore. It killed it. It killed my best card. What was that? Counter target creature spell? It's not even a spell. What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. Okay. I hate this guy. But anime is good. And it's probably... There's some of the best shows have come out in the last, like, 5 to 10 years. And I'm super excited. Like, there was a few I stopped watching, and I want to go back and rewatch it. I really hate this guy. I think I'm going to lose because of this one fucking person. Oh, my God. All the counters, bro. Why does this person have 214 cards? What a fucking loser. Who lets this in standard? What an absolute cum dumpster of a person. My favorite recent would be no token then. Oh, okay. Alright. I have no card. I'm literally not going to win this based on... What an absolute fucking loser. Who has 214 cards? I hope their balls fall off. And they never see light again. Alright. We're going to concede. Yeah, I'm not winning. I have way too... I'm going to reconstruct my deck and think. My favorite anime, actually, surprisingly enough, is this one called my weirdly specific skill in another world or something. It's just a guy that has a cooking skill. It's very simple. It's very short. It's to the point. It's got a good storyline. It's got a good plot. It's got a good ending. I think it ended. I don't think they're bringing it back. If they don't, whatever. If they do 3 seasons max, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with shows ending. Oh man, I'm gonna have to fucking edit this. God, dude, that guy. Fuck that guy. And I'm gonna just do this. 15, 13. And my thing is, most anime, I want to invest into it's kind of like I treat it like I don't really like movies because I have to sit for too long. Like genuinely. Let me do an angel. Is there enough for demons? Do I have enough demon? I think that vampire and I'm just gonna build a very specific deck. Okay, I'm gonna do a new one. Discard charges. I'm gonna do a new one. I hate when an anime's plot because of One Piece. They're like, let's just keep going until the end of time, and you're just like, I hate this already. I really do. We're gonna go in standard. And I truly do. I don't like the idea of it. I like, just like, get back to the movie thing. I love Bubblegum Crisis, also mixing anime with Linux. Anyone here have used Naya Arch? It's an Epic Arch distro. I get very leery of that because I'm worried about maintainers. And if they ever decide to drop. But that looks cool. That looks nice. A perfect Linux distro for degenerate weebs. Based cat girl downloader. Never mind. I'm interested. I might switch. Material woo. Wow. Customization. Easy app install. FlatHub is installed. Oh, nice. It has FlatHub based. Semi-rolling release. Nice. Free and open source. Easy to use. Cat girls might take some ages to load, but at least it's installed. 3 gigs of RAM. Too much bloat. I'm out. You lost me. 3 gigs of RAM. Look, if I'm not operating at 100 and if I'm not operating at 20 megabytes of RAM, I don't want it. I need only 20 megabytes of RAM used at all times. Let me see actually what I'm using. I'm joking. H-top. Do I have B-top? Do I have just top? Oh, yeah. I am using a lot of RAM. That's okay, though. Bubblegum Crisis. Also mixing anime with one. Interesting. I don't have H-top. Wow. If it doesn't have H-top installed, I don't want it. 3D acceleration required. Got a lot of display. Oh, nice. Display enough to appreciate anime girls required. True. It's cool that it's got FlatHub. I mean, FlatHub is pretty based. No. I lost it in forever, actually. Damn it. Let's see. Discard changes. Okay, let me do this. This is the only thing I hate. My Linux distribution does not work well with multi pages. Like, it really doesn't. like multi screen. It's actually really, really bad, and it somewhat irritates me. I also have this issue that I'm running into with something, but this is pretty based. I'll look into this. I just get worried about these Linux distros. Advanced or dangerous topics, detailed technical explanation. Okay. Because if it ever gets abandoned or anything, I'll run it in a virtual machine and see how I like it. I mean, the game, you can game on any Linux. There's no such thing. I just don't like the precedent of quote unquote gaming Linux distributions. It's just any. Oh no, it's doing the thing. I gotta do that. Yeah, the double screen is not good. Let's see. Oh, no. Oops. Let's go there. I actually have... that's why I think, like, gaming Linux distros, they just don't exist. You can game almost on any Linux distro if you have the time. If you just say... I don't have the time. I want it everything pre-done for me. Then just say it. I ran Ubuntu. No, not Ubuntu. I ran Pop OS, and that shit crashed twice on my fucking system, and I never installed Pop OS again. And I don't even hate Pop OS, but I'm talking about it fucked. Like I had to. It like deleted itself. It got corrupted. I wanted to. Luckily, I separate my OS from my. I separate everything from the OS. All my important stuff is not even remotely close. Come on. I had display issues. My most stable and best Linux distribution that I've ever ran, surprisingly, was Solus. And Solus was Linux from scratch. What do you call it? Linux from scratch thing. Like it was for Linux from scratch. There we go. Oh. It was built from LFS, and it had its own package manager, and it was actually the most stable Linux distro I've ever used. But other than that, I actually... what was it? What was the other one that I used that I really liked? I like Secure Blue. Valid concerns, no devs seem a bit weird, so you never know. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and the thing is, like, for all I know, they could be putting links to furry porn in there. No hate, no shame, but I don't want people to think I like it. Like, I don't mean shame people that have feet like that, like feet. But I don't like feet. I'll even say that, like, foot jobs are probably more clean than hand jobs. Hand jobs are fucked. I installed Ubuntu on USSD with no other drivers plugged in at once. Just after we went up there, the whole install. And even, yeah, like Linux, like most, like, first off, like obviously, let's Thorium browser moment. Yeah, literally. I remember when people were like, "Guys, do the Thorium browser," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't need a customized browser. I'll just do that. I'll do it myself if I care that much. If I care generally that much, I'll do it myself." That's why this whole Firefox drama doesn't fucking even faze me. I don't care. Someone was arguing to me like, don't trust Chrome because it types everything. It sends all your typing to people. Like it sends it, and then they show the proof. And I'm like, you can turn it off. Yes, it's on by default. But if that's your argument, like if this is your argument, then you should be pissed at Firefox because their default is Google Chrome engine. Is how they get their money. All these browsers suck. Whether you trust them or not. The most stable Linux I used was Linux Mint, Debian, and Arch. Yeah, they're gonna be. I mean, Arch, like you really don't need to do anything. You can just install Arch and just do a command line. No Gen 2 users here? Well, losers. No FreeBSD stands? I thought, for some reason I thought Ryan liked FreeBSD. I don't know why. If he's still in here. Or if he's lurking. All browsers kind of suck. Just pick what you like. I use Waterfox, which has, is its use, but man. Exactly. For my, so here's the thing. Unless you read and understand every line of code, no one. I actually go the opposite, Ryan. I trust none of the browsers. This is why I separate everything. But I get what you're saying. I agree with that. But I have a different. My approach is I trust none of them. My thing is, pick the browser that optimally fits the need of your life. This is why I use Cubes. I don't use Cubes based on the idea that I'm super paranoid and secure. I've always used it because it's super good for my ADHD. Everything is color-coded. Everything works for me. The copying and pasting is kind of annoying. But it's actually better because then I have to think about, should I copy this from this cube to this one? What level of trust am I giving this? And then you also have to take into account, will this browser still be around and keep its core principles? Firefox has for a long time, and I've always said this, has taken money from Google, and this is where they get it. So with Manifest v3, or if Google gets broken up as a monopoly, or if Chromium and the Chromium engine gets stripped away, and Google just closed sources it and gets rid of it, and then same thing with Chrome or Android. All these things are something that I've thought about it. What if they do this at this point in time? Then I'm screwed. They can do this with Graphene OS. They can do this with any browser based on Chrome. And this was my argument to this person in general. And no, it's not a hate. It's just obviously people are. Do you trust Cubes and read every line of code? I actually don't trust Cubes. That's the point. You're supposed to. Cubes even tells you not to trust them. They're correct. They treat everything like it's been somewhat compromised. I've read through the documentation. I understand how they do it to a certain degree. I'm not a developer, so there's stuff that I'm just going to miss and not understand. But at the same time, I don't trust Cubes. That's why I use it. Everything's in a virtual machine. Everything's virtualized. Dom Zero, to my knowledge, doesn't have internet access. And I can test it by going, I mean, like, how can I trust my CPU, the microcode? How can I trust that my BIOS, it doesn't have a backdoor on it? The line of trust goes to a certain point where you're just going to be paranoid and schizophrenic at that point, and you're not going to have a good time. So I don't trust any of my cubes wholly by itself. The reason Google donates to Firefox, so Google can say we're not a monopoly. Oh no, I agree. I know why they do it, and I know why Firefox takes the money. They're in the business to stay financially secured. I'm not blaming Firefox. I get why they're doing it. I don't have an issue with it, actually. My issue with it is people say don't trust Google based on XYZ, but then they're like, Firefox. And these things are on by default. And because they're on by default, if your problem with the issue is that it's on by default, then you should be mad. You got to be mad at Firefox. And then them changing stuff consistently. And it's kind of embarrassing. Just like Brave. Brave's ship with the crypto stuff, they changed their mind. They listened to community and went back on it. And I like Brave. I use Brave. Because their ad blocking is great. It's the best ad blocking you can get from a Chromium browser. For stuff that I want to be where Google already knows it's me, and I care about my security overall, I just use Secure Blue's version of Chrome. Chromium, technically. And even the Monopoly thing. Yeah, and I don't think it's on by default anymore. I could be wrong. I haven't had to set up Brave, like, and think about it. On Google Chromium's fine. It takes all the proprietary Google stuff out of it, if you care. But the thing is, it's kind of like it's kind of like this. If I'm using Firefox and I log into Facebook, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? Now the browser knows, Facebook knows who I am. The browser knows who I am. Whatever. I'm going to get targeted ads, etc., etc. I've been fingerprinting. Fingerprinting only works when everyone uses the same browser at the same settings. This is why the Tor browser tells you to change nothing. You can't really do anti-fingerprinting. It's not really a thing when you actually think about it. Because by me doing all these steps to stop fingerprinting, by definition, I look unique. So this is how I approach it. If you want security, pick a very secure browser that is up to date. Like the web viewers needs to be updated. They take security into good practice. They have good sandbox isolation, like per-site isolation and per-site isolation and sandbox isolation. Those things help protect you on the security front and somewhat privacy. And then if you're that worried, use maybe a VPN to like block some ads, change your IP address, but don't log into anything because then they just know it's fucking you anyway. So they don't care that it's your, you know what I mean? But if you care about anonymity and that is your goal, then use Whonix or Tails or the Tor browser. I use one device for my social media and that's it. Yeah, that's fine. That device knows you, that they know it's you. They correlate it with you, but you're not separating it. That's what Cube's goal is to separate it. Everything. Like you're supposed to separate everything in general. My beef with Google is the monopoly. My burner browser is, and all this stuff always shocks folks. Waterfox for virtual stuff. Edge for social media and burner stuff. That's fair. Edge is okay. I don't use it because I don't like Microsoft, but I don't hate on. If you're going on just social media, it doesn't fucking matter. What browser you use? They already know it's you. Like, YouTube channels constantly get hacked. So, I want high security above all. So I use a more secure browser. Privacy doesn't matter when I log into my YouTube channel and to look at my uploads and stuff. I have a different browser for different reasons, and I think that's how people should approach it. Or even better, like I have a specific browser for stuff. I set it up in a way that deletes everything on exit. So again, it's not doing a fingerprinting thing. It's just in case my phone gets compromised or my laptop or whatever I'm using it on, I don't care. Everything's logged out, everything's done. That's what bookmarks are for, girl. Let's see. Wow. You know what's a fun browser? The Deepin Fork. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I would trust Deepin. I don't know. Something about that name just a little sus to me. I have no reason to, either. I just don't trust Deepin. Like, I have no reason. Let me rephrase that. I have no reason behind not trusting Deepin. I just don't. I'm like, I don't trust these guys. I don't like that name. Deepin. Makes me uncomfortable. Okay, flying. Let's do this. Interesting. And actually, one of my favorite browsers is Mullvads. I like Mullvads. If I like really like just want something that's and log in, log out, done. Brave Tor can be just obvious. I know Tor is fucking slow. I just don't care. I don't get why people complain about Tor's slowness. It's not even that slow to me. I've had way worse experiences. I forget when Firefox, when people's YouTube channels are getting bad for ad blocks, or like, so it was just like super annoying. I had a really bad experience on Firefox for some reason, and I had to switch to Brave. I wanted to kill myself. It was so bad. It was like it was so annoying. Okay, let's look for some one drops. Come on, give me floating vampire, dude. This guy. 1, 2. Yo, what about the approach to what about this approach to fingerprinting? Having a new fingerprint is constantly changing. Then you look unique. It's kind of like, so people have thought about this with the IMEI, like of your phone. If you're constantly Dillo is the best web browser, hands down. All it needs is HTML. Yeah, fuck JavaScript, by the way. I can't remember what Gemini capsules should have been a thing, Ryan. Seriously, Richard Stallman would have loved Gemini capsules. But why Klept 87? This is like the IMEI argument. When you constantly change something, you look unique. This is identifiable. Now, obviously, this is always going to be pertained to your threat model. Your threat model is going to outweigh everything. In contrast, everything that is relative to your threat model is what's going to matter. But if you're like, a lot of people try to do this with their IMEI. They're like, what if we just constantly change it? Links, yeah. Fire Dragon is a fun one. Guard is rather, yeah, Guard is cool. I used it for a long time. But that is the problem with you. Anti-fingerprinting only works when everyone looks the same. This is why, again, the Tor browser tells you not to change a single thing. Nice gate. I don't know what that is. So your best approach is to actually more people to use Vadium, more people use one browser. Now that could be very dangerous in a terms of like eggs in one basket kind of thing, but at the same time, if you're concerned about fingerprinting or any anonymity or anything, just use Tor. Tor's your option. Tor's going to be your best friend. Tor is the most efficient right now, and I2P. If you want to be, if you want to have a different discussion about that. This is why they even the GrapheneOS devs point this out. Like, Vadium only works. Vadadium, I'm just saying it wrong, but whatever. Only works when more people use it. It helps with its anti-fingerprinting. Now it has some anti-fingerprinting, blend in with the crowd. Yeah, so that's the approach to. Yeah, of course. So think about it like this: you getting in your car at 3 p.m. with your phone, with this IP address, with this unique MAC address, etc., to go down the list, getting milk at your local grocery store, you're the only one that's fucking doing that. So it's easy to spot this out. That's why anti-fingerprinting, this is why these browser extensions only work if everyone uses them and they're the exact same. But everyone tweaks them. And because they tweak them, you're literally doing the opposite. When this enchanted creature enters, exile target creature and opponent controls until the enchantment leaves. You gain 2 life. Let's get that. So, like, you're doing yourself a disservice. Indestructible. Huh. Make a sin. Okay. You're making you're doing the opposite when you do stuff like that. Yes, blending into the crowd. Dillo just looks like the word dildo. Whenever another creature enters controls. Yes, this card. This card's great. Whenever this creature enters, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Lots of life gaining. That's what we're gonna do. Interesting. This creature has lifelink as long as you control another fairy. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like that card. So, like, your approach should always be, because that should be your main approach in general. It's not obviously. It's not black and white. It's very complex. People, like, at the end of the day, have lives. They have to think about this stuff, like, all the time. It'd be very, very tiring. Get put a woman in a kind of vampire control. Okay. Like, it'd be very tiring to think about this 24/7. What about Firefox RFP? I know it sucks, but I'm gonna have to mention it. I am not really familiar with RFP. You would have to explain it to me. At the beginning of each combat phase, when a creature has a choice, the player just tap this creature for 1. Okay. Demon Boy. Oh my god. What? You know I can do crafting, so. This card is great. Let's look for some combo. Destroy target creature enchantment. Yeah. Flying. Whenever another creature you control with power, anyone loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Okay. Deals on an opponent. Whenever this creature enters, attacks, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life, draw a card. Wow, that's a fucking thick card. Let me get some small cards. Whenever you commit a crime, exile. No. Wow. Yeah, maybe this. I need this. Moment of craving. Okay. Okay. How many do you have? I have 6. Okay. Flying. Creature has lifelink. Return target creature from your graveyard to hand if it's a zombie card. Okay. This is a good card. Huh. Okay. Let's see. 2. An angel. Creatures you control get 2. Okay. Whenever this creature you can. Okay. It's decent 3-drop. When are they? This card's great. 3 and gains flying until. Okay, I can maybe get some of my non-flying. Flying to prevent all combat damage while doing. Okay, based. Instant steer clear does 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Steer clears creature instead of if you control a mount. Human aura. If you can tell me though what Firefox RFP is, that'd be great though. I'm not aware of this. Is this okay? Oh yeah, this card's terrible. It's like 4. As an additional cast a spell, tap 4 untapped artifact creatures. Yeah, I mean that's a 6-drop at that point. I guess you can do artifacts, so it doesn't fucking matter. But nice. Human. Okay, we're gonna try. Huh? No, I wanted to. Craft. Chat is really dead right now. That's okay. That's okay if chat is dead. I'm here to play Magic, talk about Linux, and yell into the void. Damn, the fuck? I had to use 3 of them? Alright. Fuck you. We're gonna call this, no? Name? Okay. We're gonna go home. Play. Standard rank. That's how we do it. We play in ranked. Oh, resist fingerprinting? Oof. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's a bad. I don't know. You can't resist. When you think about how fingerprinting actually works, you really can't resist it. It's not easy. It's not an easy task. When you actually think about how it works. What are your opinions on Gen? I think Gen 2 is great. I don't have time for Gen 2. I've done some. Damn. What a rip, asshole. It's great. I think it's great. Probably should. But Gen 2. The problem with Gen 2 is you have to compile so much shit. I just don't like compiling my software. I've done it. Not a fan. Personally. No hate on it, though. I think Gen 2 from a I want everything from source stance, it's actually kind of cool. It's great. We're gonna do this, baby. Should have had this. Should have had this when I was being forced to draw into Oblivion. Oh, come on, you bitch. I hope your balls hurt. Dude, don't tell me. I swear I'm gonna fucking lose it. Yeah. Are you fucking serious? Oh. I was thinking of something else. It didn't matter, right? Having JavaScript disabled is a fingerprint. Yeah, it's a fingerprint metric, but oh my god, you fucking bitch. Fuck this person. Just every card. I hate them. Yes, it's obviously like when you. Here's the thing: when you do all that, I swear to God, I will piss in this fucking person's life. Yeah. Fuck you, loser. JavaScript disabled, but if you're on a browser where that looks abnormal, that not everyone else is doing, then you are clearly you're fingerprinting yourself. There's other things that fingerprints you beyond JavaScript. You fucking loser. God, fuck this person. They just want me to reach through this stream and just strangle the fuck out of them. Dude, how many do you have of those? Fucking loser. Alpine or Void? Void. I like Void. Actually, when I had the Pine phone, I'm gonna kill this person. I'm gonna find them, and I'm just kidding. In a video game, I'm gonna find this person, and I'm gonna shit on them. They literally ruined every single fucking. Oh my god, every single fucking card I have. This stupid cunt. Fuck them. No, that's not the card I wanted to use. I fucked that one up. I hate this person. I hope that only switch is your urgency or user agent. Your fingerprint has many other. Yeah. No, what I'm saying is loser. You little piss ant. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many metrics to like disabling JavaScript doesn't even fucking matter. On the real. But if you're using let me rephrase this. I hope this person chokes on everything, every Lego in existence. If you're using Tor, and then they recommend you to disable JavaScript because it helps. There's a lot of things that Tor do that protect you from being fingerprinted. But if everyone got to disable JavaScript, it would strengthen. I literally want this person to go into their bathroom and accidentally, obviously, drop the toaster. Accidentally, of course. Into their fucking life. What a fucking loser! Just every card. Destroy this card. Destroy this card. Destroy this card. What? Whenever an opponent casts a spell that paralyzes loses 5 life unless they discard a card? Eat cock, you fucking incel. I wish I had lifelink. I'm done. This person has had go for the throat 1, 2, like so many. And then I can't play I can't even fucking play a fucking fucking spell. I have so much land. I need to like lower my land now. Oh my god, when these energy exile target creature opponent controls. No, keep here. Put the target creature from your. What? What is this shit? Just card after card of just like exile. I can't. I gotta like. I hope they.
I hope they end up with that toaster. WebKit. I think like WebKit. Isn't that Apple's? I mean, yeah, it's Safari. It's proprietary. I'm not a fan of proprietary software. Like, in general. God, I hope that person fucking steps on every Lego in existence. What a fucking cancerous person. How do you even allow someone to have that many fucking cards that just exile? Nope, I'm good. Tilt over. You fucking loser. Apparently I have too many fucking lands. So I'm just going down. I'm just gonna adjust as I go. Damn. No, we're going standard rank. You. Man, that guy's a cunt. WebKit is open source. It's powered through Apple though. GNOME uses WebKit too? Oh. Let me look through this. WebKit is open source content browser. It's engine, not a browser. Huh. Yeah, but it's owned by Apple. WebKit is open source. Concur uses it. No, that's good. Yeah, no, I was wrong. I thought it was closed source. Okay, HTML. Interesting. Nice. But it's an engine, I guess, at the end of the day. I mean, like, the engine being closed source, I don't really see how that would be beneficial. Yeah, I mean, like, that's good, but I would have to actually actively look into the reason why WebKit is better. Developed. I mean, I guess my only argument against it would be my only argument against it would be the same for, like, that Google owns Chromium. They could close source it and own it. I mean, when a company owns, like, an engine, it can be problematic, but it's not the end of the world. Where were you? Ah, damn it. The forking of a forking is Blink, as it was forked of a WebKit. Yeah, I mean, like, my general stance in perspective. There it is, fine. Perspective is, I don't like when companies, I guess, like, own the browser, like the engine, because they can just make it. There's also a key to WebKit. Surprise, it's Chromium wrapped. Yeah, of course. I don't like it because they could technically close source it, or fundamentally make it where other people can't use it. That's just, I guess, my problem. My only problem with it. That would be valid, but then again, it's not a huge deal. Does that make sense? Gecko and Chromium are owned by companies. Yeah, that's my point. I don't like that that they are owned by companies. Bitch. Haha. So there is rendering engine called Gun. There is another. I mean, these engines are going to be owned by companies at the end of the day. So it's my argument's. I don't think my argument's solid. That is my problem to a certain degree. When, I mean, obviously they have to make money. So it's like,
Yes, Ubuntu's owned by Canonical, so like I said, I don't think it's a good argument. I just don't like that these underlying the browser is kind of like the gateway into your life. Like, the browser knows everything. That's my main concern. So you are putting somewhat of a lot of trust into these browsers and these engines. It's used by Pale Moon. Isn't that like a Fire? Yeah, Pale Moon is a Firefox first. I remember hearing about it a long time ago. You can only block one, but you're still gonna lose a life, bitch. Yeah. There's the Rust browser that I like. It's like I can't remember Rust web browser. It's Lua, Ladybird, and then Servo is doing embedded Rust. It's like Rust embedded engine or something. Servo is a web browser rendering engine written in Rust, which is based. Yeah. I don't think Pale Moon is Big Corpo. I mean, Big Corpo doesn't really you can be a small corporation and still terrible. You can be an evil local corporation. Yeah, that was initially developed by for Firefox. Yeah, I mean, look at Firefox. They were at one point very small, and Firefox still has a very small user base. And look at what they turned out to be. Oh man, I should have. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, block, brother. Oh shit. Firefox Quantum. Yeah. We actually need we don't need Firefox anymore. We just need to do browser from the command line. My preferred method, and bring back Gemini capsules. Damn! You fucking bitch, dude. I hate these cards. I use them all the time. I hate these cards. I'm gonna use this though. Oh, dude. Damage. Okay. Bring it back. You. Don't. I swear if it's... Congrats, you've reached 100 messages today with Restream. Thanks, Restream. Oh, W3M, what else? That's why you use Open Presto. What? Mozilla is one of the biggest web browser companies in the day. I'm talking about marginally. By now, it's not. Oh, you can't block anyways. In today's standards, Mozilla is not considered. I mean, Mozilla even had a phone they tried doing. Remember the Firefox phone? It was like Firefox OS. That shit failed. It was a terrible idea. It was actually pretty retarded. Now that if you think about it. The only people I know that use Firefox are people like my age and boomers that are like paranoid about Google. That's small comparison to like every other browser in existence. Death Touch, fuck. Oh, I'm just gonna block you. I could block them live, but take. Unless you have double touch. Oh my god, it has trample, so it didn't even fucking matter. And I think I'm gonna lose this one. Mozilla tried to make a bunch of projects, those failed. Yeah, I mean, dude, This stupid cunt. Alright, I think I lost. Because I can't play anything. There's nothing I can play. This stupid... I need to, like... Yeah. I can't block. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8. How come these fuckers get, like... These fucking losers get fucking these beautiful cards that destroy my cards that I just get on the field. Are you making fun of my phone? Yeah, I am. And they did invest into their main product, Firefox. Yeah. Ladybird is releasing in 2028, by the way. I figured Ladybird is gonna... It's a lot to make your own browser engine, make your own browser. There was another browser competing with Google at the time that I think everyone forgets about. I can't remember the name of it. Remember Ask Jeeves? I swear if I lose one more match, I'm going tilt. I'm going full tilt. I tested Ladybird recently. At least Gmail works. Oh, nice. I still think I have too much fucking land. Express to your opponent the emotes by stickers. I want to express to them that I hope they... Gmail? Proprietary? No tutor? Use web-based email? Cringe. Now I don't have enough fucking... wait. Mana? I'm okay. I'm okay. No tilt. I have 2 mana at least. Opera had their own rendering engine. Yeah, and look how Opera turned out. I wouldn't use Opera. I remember when Opera, the gaming browser, was being shelled out, and I was like, yeah, I don't fucking trust that. I'm good. I'm straight on the Opera. I can't imagine. Oh my god, I swear if this person eats my character, I'm going to shit in their mouth. You use Cloud Mail? Okay. I'm a Tutanota user, so I have to use theirs, which, I mean, it's open source, so I don't really care. I do like mail clients though. Mail clients are nicer. Okay. I'm gonna just get him out. Actually, and yes, Ryan, I'm making fun of your phone. Alright, fuck you. Should have taken out this one. Oh. That's why. Right now I use K9. Alright, fuck this guy. No, I use Thunderbird Mobile. Because it's actually... I used K9 for a long time. Oh, perfect. Microsoft Edge used to have its own rendering engine. I believe it. Like, Microsoft did a lot of weird shit back in the day.
Let's make like lightning. Get
They sued a guy. I just read something. They sued a guy that had the name.
I hope you've got bottled lightning to share.
I hope your balls hurt. Microsoft got sued. They sued a guy that because he had the name Microsoft something, which was kind of funny. Boom. It's one of my favorite cards. I love this. K9 is supposed to be merged with... It already is. The merger's done. Thunderbirds... I mean, it's just... It works now. Which is nice. I mean, it's... I only use it for Gmail and Yahoo. Also, where did you get Thunderbird from? F-Droid or something? Yeah. I think you can get it from F-Droid. Or they just download the actual repository. What is the... Oh, man.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
Oopsies, I could have saved that one. Yeah, come on. I think you can get it from F-Droid. Or Obtainium. You can just do Obtainium. I'm an Obtainium user. I like Obtainium better. Because I like...
I have some issues with F-Droid and a Crescent. I use a Crescent.
Another.
Oh my god.
Zarek.
Just destroying my cards. Like a cuck. A fucking fat cuck.
Thanks for the helping paw.
Okay. Yeah, this is not gonna be good. Okay. We need 2 or less. Okay, I got flying. Oh my god, I can already feel it. Here, advised against using F-Droid.
Together we can
Actually,
shift the
on the
current.
usage guide. Yeah, yes, I use Graphene OS. I wouldn't advise
I am confident this will
against
work.
using it. I would advise as your last option and make sure that you're getting the updates. If you're in order, in order, I would in order.
Well, gotta work with what's
Christ,
available.
dude. These counters, dude. I literally hate them. A Crescent. People
There's
are
nothing
like,
more beautiful than a sky full
so
of deadly
people's
light.
question for F-Droid security. I think it's gotten better from what I understand. It's not the best. I mean, your best option, actually, your best option is to do the Google Play Store. Do the Google Play Store with a Google account that has no correlation to you, like 0
I've calculated exactly what I need.
correlation to you. The second would be Obtainium if you want a free and open source option. And when more apps come, a Crescent is the supposed to be a replacement of the Google Play Store. And then finally, I would say bare minimum, Plan 9 browser. I
embrace the
forgot
local
about that.
culture.
Dude. Fuck you. Fuck this person. Wow, that is ass. What are these cards? Like, why do I get ass reamed? Like, I'm doing generally so fucking good. And then I get fucking butt raped by this shit. Fuck this loser. I have no good cards to return besides this one. And then it's gonna be, I can't even fucking play it. It's fucking Sandbox Google Play plus throwaway Google account, yeah, plus Orbot, yeah, pretty much. Three, four. Dude,
New world
this
requires
fucking
new strategies.
legendary plane rocker is so annoying. I need to kill him based on that. Yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna get tilted if this
I've
person just
calculated
killed
exactly what I
my
need.
creature. I'm actively gonna get tilted. Alright. Are people cheating? Am I getting cheated? Oh yeah, Plan 9 front. Yeah, it's really good. Tried it recently.
Time to embrace the local culture.
9 front. Alright, I lost. Yeah, lost that one. I hope this person gets into a bathwater, and I'm like stuck right here at silver tier. I hope they go into a bathwater with a toaster. It's like I'm winning, not security research, just research. And most of my security research OS, sure, but at least I can use IRC on it. I'm an IRC here, not security research, but just yeah, I get what you mean. Like these fuckers are coming in ranked matches with like 60 plus. I thought there was a limit. I'm just gonna go. I'm like, hey, I'm winning, based. And then I'm like, hey, I'm not winning.
I should hope that they kill themselves. Let me do that. Do that. Oh wait, God, no! I'm removing cards. Oh, that was so annoying. Fucking damn it! I don't even know what cards I removed. God, some of these are so expensive. Where's that one card I had? What do you think of Poesto? I just use Tuda. The thing about email is not email is not supposed to be secure at all. It was never written with security in mind. This is why Tutanota does not use IMAP, because they want to encrypt as much as possible. They have a pretty good reasoning why. They kind of point out the flaws of email, and I genuinely do agree with what I agree with what they're saying. Yeah, each player loses 4 life. Fuck you. So it's all about like if you do your PGP encryption is really good until you realize a lot of cases and people that get like caught, they die in the sort of metadata, like they get fucked for metadata. Okay, we're going deep, guys. SMT is sent in raw text. Yeah, you can't encrypt a lot of stuff. But email was never the intention was never to be encrypted. LavaBit did try to revamp the email protocol apparently, but it has gone nowhere. Yeah, I think he's. Look, what he did is like 1 in a million. What LavaBit did, 1 in a million, 1 in a billion people. 1 in a billion people. What LavaBit did was 1 in a billion chance. Someone shutting down their company and not and falling on the sword for one person. That's fucking insane. You gotta realize that's very rare. This is why. So like, who said it? Proton Mail. PGP only encrypts the message. Everything else is a large metadata. Yes, of course. But if the metadata is irrelevant and non-traceable back to you, then you're fine. PGP also, people don't rotate their keys. Most people don't even understand how PGP works, and it's been out for a long time. PGP has been out for a very long time, and people still don't understand how it works. They get it wrong, like how they explain it, how they understand it, they get it wrong. I've heard people explain it or think they understand PGP, then they explain it, and they're wrong. That's the first problem. The second problem is the metadata has to leak to you somehow. There are some email encrypted apps, like email encrypted companies that route everything through Tor or I2P. You can route stuff through I2P, so that could help with like some of the metadata leaks. But at the same time, you also want to be able to use email privately in general. My goal isn't to hide everything. A lot of things require email still as a form of, what do you call? A lot of email require. I've never had to physically send an email to anyone through my personal email besides once or twice. Most of it is signing up for stuff, and I want my email provider to not spy on me. I come from the email perspective of I do not like monopolies, and if I'm going to exchange emails with people, I want them to be somewhat private. Damn, it has haste. Okay, what can I do? There we go. Actually, Pesto does the encrypt contacts, and etc. I would Poesto. I would you would have to verify that. I mean, Tuda explains like why they don't use PGP, and their argument is right. But the way they I mean they don't. The thing is, Tutanota doesn't use Google Service Frameworks. Bitch. They don't use the Google framework. They don't use they use their own CAPTCHA. They don't use they built their own push notifications that don't rely on Firebase or anything. Now some developers have said that they anyway email is insecure, send your very important stuff over Signal or XMPP. I probably wouldn't. I'm pretty sure I read that they don't have perfect forward secrecy, and they're not really the best option. I could be wrong. I know Element doesn't. It doesn't have. But some of these things again are esoteric, so it doesn't even really matter. You gonna block, bitch? Tuda uses no, they use double. I think they but I think they use a double ratchet encryption, if I'm not mistaken. I just will never trust a company that rolls their own encryption. Or they used, I believe they use Cha-Cha. They encrypt your mailbox. They use AES-256 and asymmetric encryption and a Kyber. So I think that is considered double ratchet, like where they're using two types of encryptions. And asymmetric encryption, RSA 22480, or ECC and Kyber 1024 as quantum safe algorithms for now. The encrypted emails end-to-end when both parties use Tuda. All emails are automatically end-to-end encrypted. Asymmetric encryption for encrypted emails to an external recipient. A password for encrypting and decrypting email. Symmetric encryption must be exchanged once. You can then use the same password for any conversation with specific contact. You use Tuda. You don't need to set a new password for each email subcontact. Okay. That's pretty awesome. Element is Matrix. Yeah, I know Element. Matrix is the protocol. Element is the front end. The XMU community has been working towards quantum grade 4 resistant grade 4. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I don't think they use perfect forward secrecy though. I think that's what I read. I know Matrix doesn't, and I think they're working on it. Or it's not possible. I can't remember. Damn. My card. It had lifelink. Bro! Block me, bitch. Oh. Is this a reach?
perfect forward secrecy. I think OTR is what it is. Simple actually with easy terms of privacy and security. Not sure what you mean by a better PFS. They all have for it. Okay. But a lot of matrix lines breaks it for convenience. Nice. Okay. That's what I was. Element doesn't have perfect forward secrecy. What I remember. Yeah, OEM. I was reading that. XP does have forward secrecy. Yeah, using OM. But a lot of, from what I was reading, a lot of clients break that, like for convenience. Like not everyone. Which is what? Sorry, I don't understand. What comment? Good portions. Good question. I'm not a crypto, but XMP folks dropped OMUR and. The use of OTR is recommended against by the community, but I think, yeah, I'm reading on that right now. It's OMUR multi-end message and object encryption. It has been audited. I'll have to read more. I was reading about this like a while back, and I remember it. Fun fact. I was looking at JMP chat for my phone number not too long ago. The home server of the Matrix is shady, though. Yeah, I mean, you can just run it yourself, I guess. I mean, when it comes to encrypted chat, I would just use Signal or SimpleX. Damn. This fucking bitch, bro. And I don't know, I just think that I guess it's good to have options. I like Matrix too. Like personally. Most XMUMO mostly support OMUMO except Pigeon, as far as I know, which has partial OMUMO implementation, which sucks. I think I used Pigeon once too. I guess like I don't know. I treat most encrypted apps like they're going to be compromised at some point, personally. Like most of them will be. What I want to know is why does this archer not have reach? This is such a weird card. But if you don't play Magic, it's not going to make sense to you, but whatever. But I guess like my Telegram sucks, by the way. Yeah, I would never use Telegram. I knew Telegram was shady when I just read through how it kind of worked. So, how I lay this out, I use SimpleX for my extreme schizoid people that like using it. And it's Jover for them. So, I use SimpleX for my super schizoid friends that, like, I don't want to, like, we don't care about, I mean, the number is irrelevant. I use Molly for people that want to text me, and I don't compromise there. If they want to SMS, like text, then I just won't answer. They just have to call me. I use Session in certain cases because I use Session for so long that it's much easier there. They don't support forward secrecy, but I have disappearing messages on anyways, and you can't screenshot the app, so not really super worried. And I mean, I don't like that it's backed by a cryptocurrency personally. I think that's kind of shady, and that can come into financial problems later. That's why I just say use Monero. And then I use Matrix for group stuff because FOSS, like free and open source software,
and I like Matrix personally. Like I use Fluffy, I think. Fluffy Chat. No, I use the Element. I use the Element app. The Element 2.0, the new one. I remember reading about OMEMO. I gotta like read that more. I believe I read somewhere that just use Signal and SimpleX. And for a while, when my friends were cool, we were using Quitch. Use Signal for the family and friends. Yeah. And decentralized and federated, so it depends on the home server that is getting yeah. XMP and decentralized and federated. Yeah. So it depends on the home server. Yeah, I mean, oh man, no man session. Oh, they have a weird encryption method. Yeah, they rolled their own encryption. I don't like that. They used to use Signal. I know that, and they don't. They used to use Signal and then they dropped it for their own encryption. I don't like that. I don't agree. I don't think anyone should use session unless they absolutely have to. Again, you can just use disappearing messages. There's no metadata, so I'm not like I would never send anything sensitive over it personally. And maybe just use a VPN if you're going to. I'm more worried about like places where countries are banning like Signal. Yeah, no, 100%. Again, session. Would not recommend. They're like on the last list. I recommend people to use session if they literally have no other choice and they don't want the metadata to be leaked out. Like they don't care about the like they don't care about the leaks and just turn on disappearing messages and don't do anything that's super revealing. Like or sensitive. Like I wouldn't share passwords or anything through there. Like so I mean that's my view on it. I believe that once they got rid of Signal's protocol uses SHA-1. I think 1 encryption. I think they're I don't know about the SHA-1. I'll have to look at that real quick. Security. No, Session does not roll its own cryptography. Session they use libsodium, a highly tested, widely used, highly regarded crypto library. Libsodium is completely open source. Okay, so I don't know if they use SHA-1. I'm reading that they use their own encryption. They didn't roll their own encryption. They dropped signals, but they use libsodium. Interesting. The Sodium is a modern, easy-to-use software library for encryption, decryption, signatures, password hashing, and more. Okay. Looks like that's what they use. It's complete. So I don't know. What I'm reading on their website. I mean, again, they could just be lying. They said that they did not roll their own cryptography. They just went to. They still use onion routing. I don't think that they strictly do Oxen. What kind of encryption does Session use? Session encryption message is using the Session protocol, a cutting-edge and encrypted protocol built on libsodium, a highly audited and widely trusted cryptography. So they didn't roll their own cryptography, but they kind of rolled their own encryption. Practical provides protection in the long term. We'll be examining properties of the Signal protocol. Technical details. They apparently use a long-term X25519 key pair generation. I'll have to go through all that. I'm not a cryptography expert, so I would not be able to actually like fully. You should be using SHA. Yeah, of course. You should never use anything under SHA-256. Well, no, actually, SHA-120. From what I understand, SHA-128 is still safe. I think someone even made this argument when companies are like, we're 256 military grade encryption. When technically SHA-128 is still safe. But SHA-1, sorry, I see what you're saying. SHA-1 is a 160-bit hash function. No, you would not use that. SHA-256 is what you want, or you can do SHA-3. Interesting. Block size 512, 512, 1000. Okay, SHA. MD5, yeah, obviously you never use MD5. SHA-0. SHA-1. 60, okay. Yeah. From what I'm reading. Session uses some Tor fork that's... Yeah, I know, the LokiNet. That's true. The LokiNet is... Damn it. Nice, I won my first game. Yeah, the LokiNet I'm not a fan of. I think they should have just stuck with Tor. It's kind of like Briar. From what I understand, Briar is not something that you should use when it comes to actual security. Like, Briar's not a good messaging app. If it's offline and it's Bluetooth, sure. But you're better off just using Signal. But a lot of people have opinions about encryption in security. Let's see. Yeah, but the account restoration, multi-device, code implication, perfect forward secret. Session protocol theoretically disadvantages. Switching to the session protocol means that session will no longer have deniability and PFS in a 1-1 chat. Let's read. Guys, we're doing research now. What about Blake 256? If it has B in it, I wouldn't trust it. Let's read. I wish I could update the name, the name, what I'm doing, the chat, but it kills the stream for some reason. We're doing a learning stream. Switching to the session protocol means that session no longer have deniability and perfect forward secrecy in 1-1 chats or PFS in closed groups. However, as previously discussed, these properties are provided only limited protections in real-world scenarios. To demonstrate this, it is useful to explore situations which session protocol would be weaker than the signal protocol in old closed group center key systems. If an attacker has full device access, neither the session protocol nor the signal protocol could prevent an attacker from reading all the previous message. This is true. If your threat model calls for avoiding phone numbers, you should use Simple. I would say just use SimpleX. SimpleX doesn't require any of that, and it's pretty well tested. I agree that there are some scenarios where, if you think about it, this doesn't apply to me. You know what I mean? At all. This has zero application. If perfect, so I use Meshtastic's devices. Yeah, I like KeePass. I just switched to it. I left Bitwarden. No hate against them. I love Bitwarden. I always recommend it to people. I'm trying to be as self-hosted and open source as possible, and remove as much proprietary software as possible throughout the year. Remove much reliance on Google as much as possible. This is why one of my reasons that I switched to Tutanota, because Proton still uses some Google proprietary Google frameworks in their push notifications and analytics and a few other things that I'm not a hater against. It's just an experiment that I'm doing for myself. If an attacker, I use Meshtastic devices. If somebody compromises the Meshtastic physical device, they could technically just read all the messages. It doesn't really matter if I have perfect forward secrecy.
All messages sent using the session protocol are assigned with the long-term key of the sender, and thus cryptographic proof can be provided to a third party, providing that party key pair did not include a signed message. However, since the signatures are immediately deleted after validation, these limits to the session protocol's deliverance from the practical benefits of the signal protocol. In a real-world scenario, practically speaking, an attacker or recipient would need to have compromised the device's long-term key pair and to be able to scrape messages off the network or off the device before the signature was deleted. Self-healing. The session protocol has no session keys, and thus self-healing property of the signal protocol is not retained. If the long-term keys are compromised in either protocol, an attacker can compromise feature messages by requesting that session was sent. Protections and mitigations on the loss, deniability, other note, ephemeral identities, and not immediate account creation. I guess when you put it into perspective, true. I never use Bitwarden. It's good if you want syncing stuff. Also, what user.js this, Arkenfox? What do you mean by user.js? Oh, no, this is Cache browser. So, what is it? Bitwarden's great if you want syncing. They only do that to sync. You can use Bitwarden somewhat offline. The self-hosting is not a security feature, and I agree. Even the developers said that. And yes, that's why the 2-day app is on F-Droid. Or Obtainium. But no, this is the Cache browser. I might check out the other Linux, the anime Ubuntu at some point, hopefully. That'd be awesome. Even relatively, some people have criticized that like Signal's protocol is great, but the company might not be, and I mean they could be coming from a valid spot. I guess my issue is you're never gonna get mass amount of people switching to these apps, and we make it really, really, really hard. I would rather. I don't even want to use Google Messages. I haven't, but at least it's end-to-end encrypted. Granted, Google could be it could be encrypted in transit and not encrypted at rest, and they could just read all your. I wish Signal just replaced Cache browser. I think that's how you say it. It's an Arch-based Linux distro. Yeah, it's Arch only. Yeah, I use Arch, by the way. I'm an Arch user. I use Cubes on my laptop and Arch on my desktop. Because there's nothing super important on my I never do anything more I pretty much only game on my desktop, and for what I built my desktop with would annoy so many people. When I first got my graphics card and everything, I was playing Minecraft and browser based games. I had no business building the specs out of my PC. It was actually kind of funny. Yeah, of course you can get Proton Mail from Obtainium. That's not the issue. I have a list of issues with Proton. Proton still uses push notifications with Google. Tudanoa talks about it. They use, and then this is the thing. Oh, have you heard about Secure? Yeah, I've used Secure Blue. I didn't like it. It's cool. It was way too cumbersome. This is the one thing that killed Proton for me, actually. Where is it? Proton It's not even the price. That's funny. I went through. There was a thread I went through with Proton. I can't remember where I saw it. They made it very fucking difficult to export your emails, and that's very shady to me. Tutanota has worked on exporting and importing. I think any company that makes it very difficult for you to exit their company, you are shady. You're a shady person. But Tutanota's biggest problem is that they say something and they take forever to deliver. They're a small team, I get it, but they're like their communication is terrible with that. Like, it's very bad. Like, I've seen them like answer stuff. They answer shit in like subreddit. They're like, "Hey, we got this coming soon." Use Gentoo with the Harding compilation flags /s. Yeah. Real. You can't get hacked if you just go offline, dude. But I remember the conversation in mail lists, better inform users of outdated clients, I guess. Key verification when using public keys, so that I get an error message when public keys are not matching. Okay. You obviously can't use PGP with these guys. Allow write access. As Tuna users, only able to do certain write operations while I'm using Tuna. That'd be kind of cool. Email import. I can't go on GitHub because I blocked it. Secure Blue safeguards with any Gecko-based browsers. Seg faulted with. I just liked. I like the approach. It's pretty. It took the Hardin Malloc from Vidanium, which is kind of nice. Man, where's their update on this? There was an update on this. How to protect yourself. I love these blogs. They're so funny. Single click email export. Exporting the entire mailbox or individual emails is easy as a single click. I like when companies do this. This sounds incredible. What about Disroot? That's another email provider. I guess I'd like to see your opinion on it. I think, isn't that the invite only? We'd like to show you a description. Oh, powered by Nextcloud. Huh. An encrypted email service. Their Tor, I think they're. I think they are. No, that's Rise Up. Or are they invite only? I think they are. I actually used this email to talk to some certain creators on the internet. I use this for a while. I don't know if it'll let me see it. Okay. I used I2P email with PGP. 'Cause I didn't care about the metadata fucking leaking. It's I2P. I2P is great. It's actually super easy to get set up too. I used that. I used this for a minute too. They'll delete your account after a certain period of time though. Hardin Malloc, isn't that from? Yes. Yeah, it is. But they ported it to Secure Blue's browser. Yeah, I used this guy for a while. I think it's a honeypot, honestly.
I genuinely think that it's honeypotted. No cap. Owen, trust this email? No, Rise Up is the... Okay. No, I never used... I've came across Disroot. I've never used it. PGPsuite.com. Hey, have the internet do your PGP instead of you doing it yourself from the command line. They have frequent asked questions. They do it for... The free part doesn't even... Look, free never... No, free services never are the red flag to me anymore. Because there's tons of free stuff I use throughout. Like, I found this tool called PZip. Free and open source. Great compression system. It actually has a built-in password manager. You can set passwords and use key files, create random password key files. It's got some pretty good encryption tools. Completely free. And then my favorite... PicoCrypt. There's PicoCrypt. You just have to write 120 character, easy to sign up. Oh. I want my email provider to work though, because I use Tuda for stuff. Like people, like a lot of the biggest flack that people say Tuda, they say Tutanota gets gets banned. Like their emails don't go through at all because it's blacklisted or something. Hey guys, Star Mail. I forgot about this. To actually secure my email, if you don't actually, I believe they do a way to the fastest. I love these sites. They're so funny. There's a way that you can. Oh, MailFence was. So I was looking at MailFence actually. For a while, I was considering them. I did not like. There was some. It wasn't even the price. The price is like, not even my problem. Cloudflare. It's it's a honeypot. I know Cloudflare is like 80% of the fucking internet now. It's hard to. 100% green energy, GDPR compliant, based. It's just hard. Let's see what this pro privacy. I've been to this website. This website is just screams cancer. Like they just do affiliate ads. Affiliate. Let's see what pro privacy policy. Oh my god. What an awful website. And look at all this fucking shit they put in here. Oh god. This is terrible. This already gives me cancer. Pro Privacy is part of the network of sites owned by ForChoice Ltd. At ForChoice Ltd, we recognize the importance of your privacy. We are regulated by the EU General Data Protection Regulations. If you're in the fucking EU. Well, guess where I'm not. Tormail sounds like a bad idea. Seems like some of the content would be loaded and less tracked wouldn't work. I like Cloudflare since they make reverse proxy easy. I ain't reading all that, but I understand the privacy concerns. Yeah, I do agree that I think Cloudflare tries to... look, again, the free part doesn't bother me. There are free services out there where they make enough money on their business side that they can offer free services to people. Google offers just everyone free shit, so that should be your red flag. And they're an ad company. I do have some, like Cloudflare, I have some privacy concerns, but I think the majority of the money they make from their bigger clients and they upsell people, like I'm a Cloudflare user, they're always trying to fucking sell me something every time I log in, and I'm like, please stop, kill yourself. MailFence is kind of weird. Yeah, it's weird, but I was looking at it. It just looked like a simple email that was competitive. And I had a free like 1 gig trial where I got it for like I just didn't care for it. But let's look at pro privacy. Why we are able to process your personal data. What personal process? How do we gather personal data? Your subscription to our newsletter. You have applied to a job with us. You're representing an organization. Nice. Analytics. They use cookies. Purpose and legal bias for processing. What are your rights? You have the right to access, rights to verification, right to erase. Sure, compliance. We're looking at just seems like these fucking guys are just a fucking affiliate ad. Our team. Look at how pro privacy all these people are. by putting their faces on the internet. I'm just kidding. I have Proton Mail host for my emails for me. My home line is unstable, and email is something you kind of need to be stable. Yeah, you should never. Cloudflare depends entirely on trust. NordVPN. Okay, bud. I'd avoid it. I think Cloudflare's fine. I think they offer Cloudflare blocks Tor. Dude, a lot of shit blocks Tor. You ever actually go on Tor and try to go on any recipe site just looking for banana bread? Have you ever self-hosted your email? No, I would never. My ISP first would block it. It's a headache. I've dealt with email, I've somewhat dealt with email, and I would rather shoot my feet. I would rather put my hand in a blender for the rest of my life, just repeatedly feel that pain, than ever deal with email. Email looks like cancer to deal with. Like, they make just entire jobs that just deal with email. Like, I had a buddy who he was like he was their entire, all he did was configure and maintain internal email service, and he honestly looked like he wanted to kill himself weekly. It's just not fun. It's like just working with VoIP all day. I couldn't imagine just working with phone lines. Just that's your entire life. It just sounds terrible. Email, definitely. I've configured my own email, I think Mail in a Box, and that made it easy. I couldn't imagine. And then also, if you fuck up your configuration, plus you get blacklisted, your domain, people's own domains get blacklisted. Spam is probably a nightmare. Your ISP is gonna block port 25 anyways. So if there's major good private email providers out there that get fucking blacklisted, imagine cum dumpster at supercoolguy.com email just hit your inbox and you're like, fuck, it didn't go through, guys. I2P though has their own mail email. I used it extensively. It's actually awesome. God, these guys. What's their I want to know what their VPN option is. Wait, what's their ad blockers? Okay, at least they say Pi-hole. Okay, nice. No script extension. For some reason, MySQL or MariaDB literally doesn't work on my system. For some reason, I would assume it's because of my NetCloud instance having MariaDB, but it just splits it out. No, because I've ran different MariaDB instances before on the same network. This is how you can test this theory, though. You can make a VLAN. Make a VLAN and set it up again. Do what you're trying to do, VLAN it, and if it is, then yeah, there is something wrong. Something. There's two things are using the same port and it's causing an issue. Then just change the ports. Email providers, unseen.is, secure your privacy, Collab Now, Fastmail, Runbox, professional email service, email providers, all articles. I use Anon-Addy too, by the way, and I love them, but I kind of prefer Simple Login a little bit right now. How to encrypt Outlook emails. I should start my own blog and just give the worst information ever and just have nothing but affiliate links in it. Open source. I don't know. This website just gives me cancer for some reason. The ultimate guide to I2P mail. That's what it is. I don't want to have to do a VM inside of it. No, not a VM. Do a virtual LAN. Go to your router. Most routers can do this. Make a VLAN. Separate the network real quick. Just make a second network and figure out if it's a port issue. Or you have to take the error log. You said it just spits out random errors. Take that error log, go to a form, and upload it to that someone's really smart that will just comb through it for free, and then send them some $5 worth of Monero for their time. So I did set up this I2P mail for use with Thunderbird and K9 Mail. It's pretty cool. You cannot do it over a cellular network, by the way. But no, you don't want to put a virtual machine inside a virtual machine. You want to do this on a VLAN, like a separate network. Like take your network, separate it, and see if the problem consists. If it does, then something is conflicting with your ports. It's most likely the ports or the IP address. Something's clashing. That's what I'm assuming. Install I2P in your system. I did this. Important security considerations. It is important to remember that I2P mail is secure only when communicating with other I2P mail addresses. For emailing an I2P, you will be just as insecure, and they'll be enhancing security with PGP encryption. Thank you, Adam. I can find you at Twitter and Nostr? Wow, based. Fuck this guy. Seems like this shit is copied. 16 Reasons Flat Earth is a Ridiculous Ignorant Fantasy. This is a weird article. Look, I2P, optimizing virtualization. Flat Earth, not good. I read a few Linux magazines, and they were funny because they had the weirdest guides in them. I know, it's not about it on the network, rather about on the same server. It's probably the ports, but I get unrelated error. Oh, no, that doesn't make sense because I run a good amount of services on my server. One of them had a DVD copy. Yeah, dude, I actually buy Linux. I know this sounds kind of weird. I buy Linux magazines and I get DVDs the disc all the time, and I save them. I just collect them. But I've done the same. I have like stacks where it uses, the same database. I've never had that issue. But LibreOffice. 16 Reasons Flat Earth is a Ridiculous Ignorant Fantasy. This is such a weird... This is like weird. A bunch of tech stuff, and then like Flat Earth. This is just like a Blockchain, a decentralized logistics network. Actually, my favorite thing that I just came across, again, what is it? Proxy. Shop, digital goods. It's the only way I can find it. This is actually kind of cool. We'll go back to gaming. This is one of my favorite sites I go to. You can spend your Monero here. But this is something called private.storage. Now, if you want to fucking read, if you want a big old readies, if you want a big old wet reader, private storage has been designed with privacy and security features so only you can access your data. No one else, not even us, can see your data when it's stored in private.storage. They have an app. It's client-side encryption. That is based. That's what you generally want to look for, that the encryption is done on the client side like your device. Accountless authorization. There is no account creation. Storage time. So storage time is privacy-enhancing feature that allows us to verify your payment without linking your payment to what you store. You only spend storage time for what you keep stored on the private storage over time. This is very cool because they use something. They use the Least Authorities founder announced the launch of S4 in response to the Snowden links about the prison program. Several iterations and parts probably something later. S4 evolved in private storage. I don't like the private internet access thing. I know people have come out and said that they're actually not as bad, but they could be. I believe these are the fuckers that made this really cool thing called Tal
LAFS or something. This is based on something called Tahoe LAFS. It is super awesome. It's a free and open decentralized cloud storage system. It distributes your data across multiple servers. Even if some of the servers fail or are taken over by an attacker, the entire file system continues to function correctly, preserving your privacy and your security. You can download it. You don't even need to spend money, I believe. You can just upload. Their last update was 2024 of December, which is not bad. I'm going to have to turn off something real quick. Shut down. Oh no, I've been hacked. This is really cool. It's to the least authority file store. Installation instructions, Tahoe, they have really extensive documentation. It's pretty cool. Preparing authenticator release, setting up GPG. This would be great to use with Cubes OS, even because how Cubes does split PGP. You can use it with Tor. You can have authentication. You can configure your own server. You can configure your own node to be part of the network. But you got these guys. So with storage time, we can verify your payment without linking your payment to what you store. For $650, you can do 30 gigs a month of data a month. You can do, or for example, you could do about 30 gigs for 1 month, 10 gigs for 3 months, or 3 gigs for 10 months. In the private storage application, you can navigate the store time screen by clicking on the icon. Pretty much pay for it. They accept debit card, credit card this time. But if you don't want to do that, debit or credit, digital, you can do this voucher. So for $65, you got 12 months of 30 gigs of data. Not bad. You pay for the space you use. A voucher is purchased. It can be redeemed for $65. And you can buy it with the sweet Monero. 78 euros. It's pretty based. I mean, you don't really have a lot of options out there when it comes to buying stuff with the Monero that's more private. But this is a really cool project that I came across by accident. And it's TalOFS is cool. They have a mobile app. I would like to test this. There's even another storage option that is based off of Interplanetary File System too. Tahoe LAFS is pretty cool. The least authority file store, or the least authority file store. Tahoe. It's decentralized encrypted storage system. Apparently, they launched the Zero Knowledge Access Pass white paper that disassociating payments information from usage of the software. That's kind of cool. I generally don't understand this stuff to like a high degree, but I genuinely like reading this stuff because it's kind of cool. And I'm not gonna lie, anything that isn't dark mode is terrible and should be a crime. Onion mail. Ugh. Very base. Back to Magic though. Back to Magic and writing. I guess you could to my main point, back to Session, you could criticize them. And security researchers are going to criticize everything they see. That's the point of security. At the end of the day, encrypting stuff
is a science, and we wouldn't have the internet if it wasn't for CERN or science in general. Proton is literally from CERN fucking employees. There's a lot of encryption and internet stuff that's just done by fucking like physicists, and it's very fascinating stuff. Like having the internet the way it works is kind of crazy, and it's very cool, and I'm glad that we have it. I'm just not good at math. And I want to know why Steam isn't running. I'm gonna be mad. If Steam doesn't run, I'm gonna call their help desk, their company. I'm gonna ruin their lives. Apparently not. Let's do that. Okay, apparently not. Let's do some deep web browsing. Tor browser. Dun 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 dun. I love when people are like, I try to go on the dark web. If they just Google searched for like 2 minutes, they would definitely know that you can just go and you just download Tor on any operating system, and you'll find the dark net. And then you realize the dark net is just not really. I go on there just for mainly privacy reasons, and sometimes I like to find blogs like Tor blog, like Onion blogs. Blogs on the dark net. Let's see. Oh. Blog. Onion. Onion.io blog. Embracing the future. New omega-2 butter from... And okay. I have no idea what this is. Global LTE North American Dashed. Okay. What is this? Does anyone here remember that one guy? That made what the fuck? Low cost, productivity ready Linux modules for connecting devices and sensors. The Onion Omega 2 are designed for applications where code dropping. I thought this was gonna be like you can go immediately on Tor, but there was that one guy who made that sovereign computing. He's a fucking schizoid. Dude, just listening to him. It's called Urbit. I think it's Urbit. This guy definitely has never touched a woman in his entire life, or a man. Yeah. Oh my God. A clean slate OS and network for the 21st century. Get on the network. Telon. Telon exists to build beautiful tools for staying connected. Download the Telon mobile app. By the way, this shit doesn't fucking exist. No one's using it. Leave the internet. I love I came across this, and this guy's definitely hasn't taken his meds in a long time. I don't get the like. It popped up somewhere too, and I genuinely do not get the purpose of it. Like, I don't. I tried too. I tried to get to the purpose of it, and I don't. Huh. Let's see. A personal invite from Master... This guy is definitely... lost his marbles. It's kind of cool to think about, though. The ecosystem, the cost is fucking insane too. I think a lot of this shit is just made up so people can have funding, and they're like, hey, look at all the people that are using. Cloud hosting guide. Buy a native planet and run your... Yeah, this was it. It's like they're going to have the most expensive hardware for no reason. And it's just Raspberry Pis and shit. Or like very small computer. $900, by the way, for this. $550 for the case and Raspberry Pi. A compact, snappy little device. I think that was the... Oh, free download. Thank you for letting me... Like, I can't imagine these costing that much. Native Planet's flagship device assembled using a motherboard purpose-built for the efficiency hosting a Raspberry Pi. The software... I'd never understood any of this. Like, turn nearly any device into dedicated open software makes software easy. Like, I don't even know what the fuck they're what they're trying to accomplish. Like, genuinely. Start is a Native Planet's custom networking stack that allows you to access a ground stack hosted on your home network from any internet connected device. Do everything. So Anchor. Some of this stuff on here, I'm like, what are you guys trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? You say you're trying to make the internet easier? This shit hasn't been updated in 3 years. And you expect me to trust this? 4 years. Yerbit is a new OS that hasn't been updated in 4 years. The project is under heavy development, clearly. You haven't touched it in 4 years. You're just asking for money. That's crazy. They tell you to create a banana cloud? Getting started without Balena. Interesting. Oh, nice. I'm supposed to use Caddy. And Min.io. I love Min.io. Min.io is great. If I had like another like couple grand around, I don't like that the AI thing is so cringe. Oh god, this really makes me hate them. Min.io is great. The replication is amazing. It's like, Mom, can we get S3? We have S3 at home. S3 at home. If I had like a stupid amount of money just sitting around, I would just build a couple servers and go about my day. Go deeper. Manage your... I would just build a couple Min.io servers because I like the idea of having S3 just wherever I want. There was this other one that I was looking at. It was like called Garage something. Oh, nice. They have email. What is that? Dark Net Live? I think that's where they have like... Or the Onion Times. No. Dark Net Live. I think that's what it is. Dark Net Live. I'm a robot with AI. That's interesting. You are Bender, so... I mean, Bender might have been like our first AI. We just didn't know it. I used to go to this site a lot. Huh? They down? Huh? Interesting. That'd be funny. And then there was the Tour Times, I think. The tour times. No? The tour. I thought that's what they were called. The Onion Times? The only problem with going on the dark net is you might, if you're doing anything. I love the Onion. The Onion's so funny. If you go on any random sites, there might be something illegal. I still hate. Oh, okay. The website is currently offline. Cloudflare is always online. Thank you, Cloudflare, for Darknet Live. It was covered. Oh, but it was sold and shut down in 2024. What? When did this happen? Darknet. I thought. What? Huh. Onion News is the best news. The Onion News. Are you talking about the Onion? I actually love the Onion. Unironically, they're hilarious. They just write the most schizoid content. Their skits were really funny too. Like a long time ago, I would love like NRA gives dead school children F rating. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Mark Zuckerberg insists anyone with the same skewed values. Eric Adams appointed deputy pasty for all future corrupt probes. Nardar of the West Civilization to be reached this Friday. I love their writing because it's really, they got bought out by someone and then they wanted to buy InfoWars, and I think it went through or it got blocked. That would have been, dude, I really wish they would have got InfoWars. That would be so funny if they just used that from then on. Jerry Jones signs 15-year, $500 million life extension. Washington Wizard reminds me that bottled water in a hotel room isn't free. And it is funny. What is funny about the news? I don't know what's funny about the news. But they're not really new. They're not real news. Man who's 1/16th Irish, proud of his heritage. I should get this shirt. I enjoy drinking beer. Stereotypes are real time savers. You are dumb. Fuck off. Gay frog. Look, dude, even if frogs ended up being gay, it's not a crack house, it's a crack home. Like, how is this not hilarious? I should get that. I need to send that to my homies. Get matched. Holy shit, man, walks on the fucking moon. I don't know, I find dumb humor funny, really funny. Stand back. I think I know CPR. Like, the dumber the meme and the more, I guess, the more obvious it is, the funnier it is to me. Like, the dumber I have to down myself, the funnier it is to me. There's even this subreddit called Anti-Meme. And it's just really funny to me. It's, I don't know, it's just a type of humor that it's just, that's just real. Anti-memes are like just really funny to me for some reason. I don't know why. Alex Jones always talked about gay. Yeah, the gay frogs thing is like, I don't know how true it was actually. Were the frogs actually gay? People say that he's right all the time. And then I did a little digging one point into his I I did a little digging into his claims. A lot of his claims were like shit that was almost like very well known. Like people like knew this existed, and he just had an audience that listened. Gay fraud. Okay, history. Animal testing in the 2000s suggested that the herbicide atrazine and endocrine disruptor may have feminized effect on male frogs, causing them to be hermaphrodites. Other research have failed to reproduce these test results. There are reports of the reproduction impact have been reported in other animals, and meta-analysis conducted in 2010 on select. This is where coming your own fucking research is like to a certain degree. Like read stuff like when people say stuff. Get source material. Relevance revealing 19 studies in total. The United States Environmental Protection Agency concluded that 13 is no considered fiction. The thing is, even if they turn the frogs gay, people get this incorrect. A lot of stuff that's tested on animals, it can't be. It doesn't mean that it will happen to humans. Like there's a lot of animal testing in general that doesn't correlate to correlate over to humans at all. And let's say hypothetically frogs become gay from it. Oh, I fucking love science. I used to love this fucking. Oh my god, talk about YouTube original. IFL Science was my shit. I wouldn't call them conspiracy theories. I think a lot of this stuff was like people are like, says Luckies are less irritated. Like, there was a period of time where the United States said, like, doctors and shit said smoking was good for you. Did they probably know? Yeah. But your throat protecting against irritation and cough. Yo, smoke this cigarette. Your throat's going to be good. I, too, prefer Luckies because tasting removes dangerous irritations that cause irritating and coughing. This isn't really a conspiracy theory. This is just a shitty company. And sugar, the U.S. government really did investigate UFOs. Of course the U.S. government investigated fucking UFOs. This isn't like really, a lot of this shit's like not really shocking. We had unlimited money. The Public Health Service watched a black man die of syphilis unnecessarily in the name of science. I remember that. That was crazy, actually. Did poison alcohol supplies on purpose? Probably not. Not shocking when Prohibition was going on. I think there was actually a lot of the times where Alex Jones was not right. Which is kind of crazy. Like, he was just, like, shooting. He was also shooting, like, he just shoots off shit. I like listening to him. Like, genuinely. Because, like, I'm not retarded. I'm not, like, the retarded uncle. Where he's like, yeah, this guy's spitting. This guy's spitting. And, like, I take his shit at face value. I just listen. But I do think he's... I wish the Onion bought his site. That would have been funny. Cop, am I pronouncing this right, Megan? Yes, officer, that's correct. Nice. My favorite anti-meme. Wow, this was uploaded 8 years ago. Who knew that this person would be really funny? We are drawn attractive and have the correct opinion. We are drawn ugly since OP disagrees with our opinion. This guy must be super pissed that that he looked like that. I would just hit the gym all the time. If I looked like this and people pointed it out, I would not be able to live with myself at all. God, this is... What's with the weird... The Wild Rumor claims that Luigi Mangali made over 20 sex tapes, and some people wish it was true. Bombshell CEO Assassins. Interesting. I wonder if YouTube is going to find this and demonetize me and shadow ban me and then kill me. I have had... When your wife is exhausted after the 6-hour-long drive that you drove. I love how this is the first thing they do at the doctor's office to weigh you. I was already nervous, now I'm depressed. Maybe next time they can bring up something I regret from my past. That's not funny. This devilish nurse after a 12-hour shift
is Twitter's go-to exhausted. I would not want to become a meme, to be honest. It doesn't sound fun. Ancient historians, when they estimating the size of an army, Russian every time they get a new government. Fortunately, the bad days are over. Now it's time for yeah. Doesn't Russia get the same government anyways? 26 memes filled with historical facts. Interesting. Goofy sounds are back with the new... The fuck? What a great website. Know your meme. The viral audio with the voice for someone expressing... Okay. I don't understand this because, like, I don't chill on, like, social media, like, normally social media, so I don't see this shit. Like, I don't know what... 10 years ago, I don't know how much he loved books. No memes? Wow. This is what the darknet's for. It's to go on regular ClearNet sites. Can you lock the fuck in? Can you lock the fuck in? I'm locked in, man. How Tamara Braxton Let Me Know became a meme anthem. You've heard of the song. Oh yeah, what's up with cave diver memes? Is that a real thing? How it feels deciding if I should kick bro from the GC. Interesting. Rice Gum's dramatic 20. I don't know. I haven't thought about Rice Gum in forever. Only time I think of, wow. I can't believe Darknet Live fucking got, in the beginning of 20, the website was sold to the admin of the incognito. Oh, that's why. Damn him. Man, that guy sucks. Oh, dude, the incognito. Dude, fucked everything. I'm glad he got caught. What is that other... Oh, man. I thought there was something called the Tor Times. And I could read cool Onion stuff. No? They probably get sued. Guardian launches the Tor Onion service. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Alright guys, game time's over. I'll see y'all in the next one. Dun 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 dun. Gotta find a dun 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 dun.